What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Touchdown Talk podcast. Let's eat a pretzel right before we go live and get it stuck in my throat. Smart idea, Ryan. What is
Genius.
up, everybody? We are here, your favorite fellas at the Touchdown Talk podcast. My name's Ryan. This is Evan and Tony, who never puts his real name anymore. We
Hilarious.
have different name cards now with no headline. I was excited to put my headline because the Giants got their guy in John Harbaugh.
That is
but
true.
we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs and probably some coaching stuff going on. But a wild continuation of this NFL playoffs as the wild card round started us off pretty hot, and we continued with 2 overtime games in the divisional round and a blowout, and then a somewhat suspenseful game, even though it seemed like the Pats were in control pretty much the whole time.
No.
CJ Stroud throwing 4 interceptions didn't give me a lot of confidence that the Texans would come back, but they were in it, down the stretch there. And we can talk about that game first. Evan, you were there. How was it?
I was in attendance, and that place was rocking, I will say. From kickoff, the first snap, Pats on offense, I want to say. And then the pick six, the Marcus Jones pick six was dope. I mean, that place was going, and it was awesome. It was such a great time. The fans were loud, and it was great, because sometimes Gillette can be a little bit quiet. Because again, Gillette is not known for being a very loud stadium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went to a regular season game, and it was quiet on first and second.
It was,
and then on third it got loud.
Yeah.
That's not how it was the other day. It was loud on every single down. Every single one. Snow was falling. It was just probably one of my favorite games I've been to, just because of how good both teams did and didn't play, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of back and forth that happened.
Well, you love defense, so you must have been happy there.
It was great. But again, there's times like the strip from Christian Gonzalez on Woody Marks. I had a buddy of mine with me. We were both yelling ball the whole time. Just ball, 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 ball. Like they could even hear us. And no, it was an awesome time. And I think that the little fun fact for you, the Patriots have never lost when Milton Williams and Christian Gonzalez both play. They are undefeated. Yes. And they both play.
I mean, it makes sense because their defense looks completely different when they're both on the field.
Yeah.
I heard that stat how was it? Legit 10 minutes ago. And I was like, no way. I was like, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was an awesome time. It was a good game for the Pats, I would say. I think I will say when the Texans went up 10-7, a little bit of doubt creeped in. Because again, you're down by 3. It's the playoffs. Sometimes teams, when they see that look, you give them an inch, they might just take it a mile. And that's what I was a little worried about if the Texans go down and score again. But they didn't, and it was awesome. So
yeah, you felt like on that scoring drive, you felt like Stroud was gonna. You felt like that was the CJ Stroud that was gonna show up throughout the whole game. You're like, oh, okay, here's the Stroud that we're getting today. And at that point, well, when they scored, he hadn't thrown was the pick six the very first touchdown? No, right?
No,
because they went up. They went up 10-7.
Yes. So the first touchdown.
The Pats scored a touchdown.
It was the Patriots.
The pick six.
Right. Yeah, the Pats. No, they drove down the field and scored before that.
They scored on offense, right? And then you had Houston go and the Pats defense stopped them inside the 5. because Houston
Yes.
scored, but they got it called back because of a illegal motion.
Yes.
Because
you're correct.
Togiai, the defensive tackle turned fullback, like barely had his hand off the ground, and they counted that as a motion. So they got the touchdown called back. Still, it's an illegal play. It's the right call, but it just sucks that that's as the one guy who was rooting for the Texans. Didn't like that, but obviously then you're like, okay, yeah, the Texans have a lead, and then obviously Stroud just completely just throws the game away.
One thing I noticed with a lot of balls that he threw the other day, a lot of them had a lot of air on them. Like there was a lot of like lofted balls. Like none of them had zip on them. Like none of them was like, hey, I have to get this ball there. It was like, oh, it was almost throwing like the guys were wide open.
Yeah.
And again, as we watched, they were not. Like they were pretty well defended a lot of the times. Granted, one of them he just completely overthrew, like the Cuban government.
Are you talking about the very first Carlton Davis pick?
Diving pick, yeah.
On the left sideline, he was Christian Kirk was open.
My sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was open. If Stroud like lasers it in to the sideline, like there's a world where that was completed. But he just it literally exactly like you said, like it sat in the air for so long. It's like how could the defender not get it?
Exactly. Like if he put some air on, didn't put as much air on that and then missed, the ball's out of bounds.
Yeah.
But like
that's where he should have let it is use the boundary and let your receiver make a play on the ball.
Yeah, don't throw it to them. When they're going to boundary. Throw it to a spot. A spot.
Right.
There was just so many throws that game where the balls were just completely off. Even the ones where certain ones that were completions where like a lot of times throughout the night, I just saw receivers having to bend backwards to catch his balls or turn around. It's just, and he looks so stressed out in the pocket. Like,
yeah,
he's all over the place, stressful. Yeah, nervous. So I don't know. It was just a very poor performance. Like, definitely, like probably his worst performance, I would say, of his career overall. There was a point, like after the first half, like myself included, and many people were like wondering, like he should be benched, honestly. And you can make a very fair point where he should have been.
I was talking to a buddy of mine at the game, and I was like, I kind of see it. Like, granted, they didn't have Davis Mills. They didn't have. I think he was out for the game on Sunday.
Oh,
really? Okay, so that's huge. I did not know that.
I don't know who the backup would have been. I don't know who their third stringer is.
Oh, wow.
Or their fourth stringer even.
Well, maybe in that case, maybe that's why he's still in the game, or either that or just the fact that the game was so close.
I feel like it's a playoff game. You can't just say, "Oh, you're sucking today. Back up, get in." Yeah, like you've been cold. You haven't played in how long? Then you're gonna trot them out against a hostile crowd. You're down by 7, down by 10, whatever the number was, and you go, "Well, help us out, bud."
Yeah, but four interceptions in the first half, that is fucking atrocious. So
no, I agree. If that's a regular season game, he gets benched for sure.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And definitely if Davis Mills is there, because there was a couple wins down the stretch that they had when Stroud was out, and Davis Mills like played decent.
He went
enough
undefeated
to win the game. Yeah, like I don't think they didn't even lose with him. So you feel pretty good about Davis Mills in that situation. Honestly, I would. But I feel like the big thing that was excellent for the Pats and was the downfall of the Texans is the Texans could not get the run game going defense at all. They had, I think Woody Marks had 17 yards on the whole game. Or no, he had 17 yards on 14 carries or something like that. Like around 1 yard per carry. That's absurd.
Oh, no, Dude,
Yeah.
again, Milton Williams and Christian Barmore are a great duo. Just two very large but kind of quick humans.
Yeah,
Again, they're not blazing speed, but like they'll get there.
they are a force to be reckoned with on the inside
Yeah.
there. They could not run up the middle. They couldn't run. I don't remember seeing too many runs to the outside, but I don't think they would have been able to run to the outside either.
No.
Like there's they had no space to work. And then I mean you
Not at
heard it
all.
on the broadcast, like it was all on Stroud at that point. And honestly, that's a great game plan, obviously, because he couldn't pass the ball either.
Yep.
The Pats defense was just locked down on every single front. And it just makes
Yep.
me really excited for this matchup with Denver
Yeah.
because it's gonna be awesome. This is
I
a
low
great matchup.
I low key wish Bo Nix didn't get hurt though.
I mean, absolutely.
I
agree.
don't even know it. Like honestly, like I don't know. I feel like it's just another repeat of last week now because we're gonna be playing against another great defense, but I don't think the quarterback play is gonna be on par because it's fucking Jarrett Stidham.
Again, who
Well,
knows? We have to wait and find out, man. That's the best thing about football is like, yeah, we can guess all we want, but sure enough, it's gonna have to happen at some point.
I think that there are much worse backup QBs that you could have in this situation.
Correct.
I mean, like you saw Nick Foles tweeted about it. He's like, "Hey, it's not the end of the world, Like,
yeah,
Right.
you
but
could,
dude,
I mean,
Nick Foles
you could have
is
Tyrod Taylor, dude.
Nick Foles is first of all he's leagues
have
above
Zach Wilson.
Jarrett Stidham.
You could have
Zach Wilson, okay.
Is
Tyrod
Jarrett Stidham,
Taylor
like,
honestly
really
might
that
be.
bad?
You could have Deshaun Watson.
He's pretty bad. I would rather fucking have Deshaun Watson instead of Stidham. At least Watson gives you a dual threat.
Crazy. That's crazy.
He doesn't have an Achilles right now.
I'm talking about a healthy Deshaun Watson.
He has like
Not-
an
obviously not.
Still, he just probably has like an Achilles and a half, dude.
Oh
He's probably missing one, missing part of one at least. Yeah. Ryan, back to your thing about Woody Marks. He had 14 carries, which hey, in a game, that's a decent amount of carries. Like you get 14 carries, and also he only had 2 catches, but still, 14 carries for 17 yards.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, 4 carries for 14 yards.
Okay, so yeah, Chubb had a good run or two in there,
Yeah,
but they couldn't get
But-
anything.
a run or
So
2
that's-
off of his 4 carries.
Yeah.
So like, there's Woody Marks is the guy for the Texans going forward. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I fully expect him to be the starter next year, but also like that Pats D line played out of their mind on
Mhm.
Sunday, and I was like, this is awesome. It was great.
Yeah, and honestly, I
Yeah.
think
Well,
going
Stidham
to
is
Denver. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I found some of his stats and he is fucking awful. I'm sorry, but he's not. I would say he's in the lower half of fucking backup quarterbacks. That's just me being honest. 52% completion percentage when he was with the Pats 3 years ago. 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 60 passer rating. Like, dude is not good.
When's the last game he started? Let me ask you that question.
Yeah, that was also 3 years ago.
He started a game either this year or last year when Bo was hurt.
He didn't
It
play
must
this
have been
year.
last year.
He hadn't taken a snap this year. I think he is the first quarterback to start in maybe AFC but it might just be a championship game without playing a single snap all year.
That's
He has
crazy.
not come in for a kneel down or nothing.
So Stidham last start 2023. So this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it's not even last year. Which honestly, I feel like that kind of makes the case even worse. I mean, Nick Foles at least, like he was a backup, yeah, but he came in like he was playing the whole playoffs. Like he came in the regular season. when Carson got hurt. And fucking Nick Foles, I remember watching him, and he, at least for me, when he was on Philly, he always like struck me as a very good quarterback. Like he should have been a starter. This is not like him tweeting out like, "Oh, it's the Pat. Don't worry, you're a backup. The backup can beat the Pats." It's like, yeah, dude, but fucking Jarrett Stidham is not the same as you.
Granted, Nick Foles was a starter, and then he became a backup. Jarrett Stidham has been a starter for 4 years.
A backup for 4 years,
3 years?
But yeah.
A backup.
Yes.
The Pats drafted him in 2019, so.
But how long did he start with the Patriots? How long did he start? A year? 2 years?
Did he even start for a full year?
I don't think he was ever like a day one starter for them.
No, I don't think so.
So like did he start for the Raiders? Or is he back up there too?
He must have been a backup for the Raiders.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever been a true starting quarterback. He's always been backup.
So there's a big difference between him and Nick Foles. Nick Foles was a starter for a little while in the NFL.
Yeah.
He is, and then Stidham has never been. So I feel like there's a pretty decent skill gap there between the two.
Oh my, massive skill gap. Bo Nix was, I love Bo Nix. I thought it was fantastic.
I agree. I love Bo Nix.
He's far from Bo Nix for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. It removes a whole element from your team that it just sucks to not have. If you're Denver, I'm pissed and I'm scared and I'm worried.
The thing is, you have to look at that defense and go, nothing's wrong with the defense. Go there and play your game.
No, the defense is another top 3 defense. Same as literally same thing as Houston. Right. They're gonna have to hope they run the ball well, which I don't believe they can. So I feel like it's just gonna be another repeat of last week. Pats win by a couple possessions at least. I would say. So? Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be maybe like a slow start again, unless unless Drake May is really cooking, but he hasn't necessarily so far in the playoffs.
Right. What you got, Ryan? You look like you want to say something?
No, you guys have been lagging for the past like 30 seseconds, so I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
You were lagging for a bit.
Tony was talking about how Pat's run game. If Denver
Pat's rush defense.
If Denver can't get a run game, this game's going to look the same.
I was about to say a very similar thing where, you're worried about your quarterback, so you want to rely on the run. Well, we saw how that went last week, so you don't feel great about that aspect of your game either. I'm pretty sure last week, Bo Nix was the leading rusher for the Broncos.
He was.
There you go. You're taking away your best passer and your best rusher.
Because their running backs in themselves haven't even been that great, besides maybe Harvey. So he experienced a little bit with McLaughlin, and he was pretty good at first, but by the end of the night, he didn't give you as much as you were hoping. So
yeah, I mean, Dobbins is still out, right? So you have Harvey and you have McLaughlin, and those are. Take us back to last year when it was McLaughlin and Audric Estime, and it was like, oh, the Broncos need a running back. So McLaughlin's not the guy, and RJ Harvey feels like much more of a gadget guy catching passes. I'm not sure what his receiving line was.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, that's what they use him more for. Like, I think he might have had 100-yard rushing game this year.
Yep.
RJ Harvey did, but like mostly he's done all of his damage through the air.
Yeah.
And honestly, like in a Sean Payton system, Sean Payton offense, I think that like a lot of it is checkdowns. A lot of it's like very, short passes. The smart read. It's more mental than like necessarily relying on the quarterback to make like super pinpoint accurate throws. Although at the end of the game last week, Bo Nix was airing it out like like a madman and
Mhm.
making some really good throws. And obviously, it comes down to pass interference calls, which is like silly. The one on an underthrown ball, I hate that. I hate that penalty. But
Real
like,
quick. I understand you hate it, but it's the right call.
no, yeah, it is. It
Well,
is
Okay.
100%.
I make
And
sure.
and
I
and
just make sure
yes,
we get
and
that out of the way.
they called it right. I'm not saying that any of the calls were
Mhm.
wrong, including the catch. I think, or the
thank
non-catch.
you.
Correct.
The interception.
Yes.
I
Ready?
think was
If he
correct.
went to the ground, and he rolled and that ball popped out, right? What would that be called?
Incomplete.
If it, yeah, if it
Incomplete.
hit the ground and the ground,
Yeah.
If he caught it, or if he put it in his hands, hit the ground, bounced, ball came out, that is an incomplete pass.
yeah, because you have to survive the ground.
think of it that way. He came to hit the ground, it bounced. The Broncos player picked it up.
Yeah,
Turnover.
Yeah,
Interception. Boom.
it's
Done.
I
all
don't
it
the
is.
Broncos complaining online about it being a catch, or honestly, they're just delusional and fucking heartbroken
Mhm.
and trying to pin a fucking loss or blame it on something. But that was like when I watched it, at least in my head, I was like, that's clearly an interception.
No,
yeah,
I agree.
I
When I
agree.
saw it, I was like, that's a pick. Like when I saw it, I was like, that's a pick
Yep.
right away. I had
Yep.
no question about it. No question at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think I saw the replay before. I think. Yeah, because I saw on ESPN that there was a pick. And I was like, oh shit, let me watch the game. So I put the game back on. I was doing something else that day. Sorry, guys. But I put the game back on and I was like, wait, I was like, that's a pick. That's not even a question. You know?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Also,
No,
Sean
I
McDermott
saw
got
it.
fired.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, go ahead. What are you going to say, Ryan?
No, I was gonna say I saw it and I thought the same thing. Like that's a pick, but
Mhm.
everyone's gonna be pissed about. Everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be arguing
Mhm.
about this call. As soon as I saw, I'm
Mhm.
like, oh well, there's the next controversial call. But
Mhm.
I did agree that I think it was an interception.
Yep.
But yeah, Josh Allen's crying in the post game. He
Mhm.
blames himself, but the
Nice.
ownership clearly blames Sean McDermott because they fired him.
Yes. But then they promote the GM.
Smart decision. Smart decision, finally, to fire him.
Mhm.
Because you know what the coach did after that game? Fucking McDermott. He called
What is-
to complain and was freaking out about the fucking call. And he was like, pretty much like, he was like, the league owes an apology to Buffalo. This isn't right. Blah blah blah. And he would not take accountability.
In the press conference, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
said he's
like,
doing it for Buffalo.
yeah,
Standing up.
In my opinion, I'm kind of pissed to see him go because I want Buffalo to keep shitting in the bed every year, obviously. I hope that they don't find. I'm glad that they didn't get someone like John Harbaugh. Hopefully, they don't get someone like Mike Tomlin, which I don't think they will. But yeah,
No, they won't. Not this year, because we talked about Mike Tomlin a little bit last week, and everything that I have heard so far is Mike Tomlin's going to take a year
he's
off.
going to
At
television.
least a year off from coaching.
Really?
He's not interested in head coaching in the NFL this year. He's going to go to TV and do some media work.
That'd
and
be
then
cool. I like that.
Yeah, maybe he'll come back next year. We'll see. But I think
'Cause I feel
Tomlin
like-
will be
We'll see.
great.
I think
like
so
some of
too.
some of the players or even coaches have more respect for the guys that have played and then go to TV. I think that they'll tell them a little bit more, like do like interviews, stuff like that. Like they,
Mhm.
because that person also understands how the NFL actually works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like granted, us three here, we talk about the NFL all the time. Do we know how it works? Oh hell no! Like behind the scenes,
No.
we don't know what the hell goes on. We're just giving it a guess, honestly. Like that's kind of what it comes down to sometimes. Like, oh, I think that they would do this. I think they would do that. This guy actually knows what teams do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why like every NFL team is like, it's like rare to have a head coach that didn't play football now. Like
Right.
they all played at some point in either college or pro.
Yeah, I mean, like imagine Mike Tomlin sitting across from you and just like the he probably will just know the right questions to ask players as well to really like get the right sort of responses out of them. And if it comes down to him in a in a booth, like literally announcing games, like how cool would he be as like a color commentator? Like
Oh, he would be awesome.
with some of his quotes, like how sick would that be? We do not care. He's like I could just imagine him breaking down film and being so knowledgeable about all the X's and O's and everything. Like the analysis that he could bring to a game is probably like really really cool. Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then you would also get those cool ass Mike Tomlin moments where he just goes and shits on Cleveland for 5 minutes. That would be nice to hear as well.
Yeah. I mean, even his little outburst this year.
He just hates the AFC North.
That's what I'm saying.
Game he commentates in. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny.
That'd be super cool. Some other coaching stuff is Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski. They wined and dined him. Which like
yeah, I'm 50-50 on that one.
I'll say, do you think it's the right hire or no?
I really don't know. I mean, I guess he's not bad. I mean, he did do a lot with the little he was given in Cleveland. But I just the Falcons are just special because of Bijan right now, and I just really wanted them to. I really just want them to hit home on whoever they find, and I don't know, maybe Stefanski is that guy, but he's a little more questionable than some of the other options, I would say, that were out there.
I mean, I'd say like he's probably after Harbaugh, I think he probably was the best option.
Probably, yeah, I agree.
You got
the
Titans hired Robert Saleh.
See, I kind of low key like Robert Saleh more than not Harbaugh, than Stefanski.
Are you saying specifically for Atlanta?
Or for Atlanta. For Atlanta.
Atlanta could have gone to Saleh.
I feel like Saleh would have done a better job with the fixing the issues on Atlanta's roster. Yeah. I don't know if he does well in Tennessee, but in Atlanta, I feel like it could have been the right situation for him.
I don't think that he's going to do well in Tennessee.
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody.
I don't
will.
think so.
I like Atlanta as a better situation for any coach. I think Saleh would have done better in Atlanta with those young pass rushers, and Stefanski probably will have some good opportunities there too. But like Tennessee's roster is just, oh my god! Like Saleh had
better
with
like you got some offensive weapons out there now, but other than that,
I'm with Saleh. I'm purely thinking defensively. Like, what can he do with the defense? And I can't think of I mean, you got Jeffrey Simmons there still, who's been trapped
a Tennessee lifer, though. A Tennessee lifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you have that, and maybe we see some guys that he can just coach up and, just improve guys on that defensive side for Tennessee. But I feel like they're going to have to make some sort of moves in the offseason. They still got they got the number 2 or 3 overall pick in the draft.
Yeah,
so something like that.
So.
They'll probably add a top wide receiver or something like that, and you can get some juice on that offense, and then defensive minded head coach to coach it up. I mean, something could happen, but I don't know. I just feel like that's a pretty bleak situation. Honestly, I feel bad for Robert Saleh because he goes to the Jets and then he goes to the Titans. Like, two of the organizations that are just the hardest to turn around.
That's true, but you have to remember that this guy, he's the one who chose to go these places. Like,
like he could. You wanted
this. Exactly, you wanted this responsibility. Well, this is what you're gonna get. But you have to realize that these bad organizations obviously come with a greater risk, you know?
Yeah.
True. But I guess that technically, like, if he was to turn around a team like Tennessee, it would be kind of more impressive than if he had
Absolutely.
gone to Buffalo
Yeah.
and
That's
did
true.
it. Like, if you're
Granted,
looking
Because
at
if you go to Buffalo, you need to win like the expectation with Josh Allen is you win a
championship.
Super Bowl right away.
Yep, you have to.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe not right away, but within 3 years, you win a Super Bowl. I'd say
I would say within
you give them
2,
3
yeah.
years. I would say because you're first. I've always given the benefit of the doubt to a lot of coaches. I've
Yeah,
always
same
thought,
here.
I've always thought 1 year is nowhere near enough to say that they're a good coach or not. They need that second year. And if that second year is kind of iffy, you give them the third. If the
Yeah.
second year sucks, get them out. Like if the second year is really bad, get them out.
hmm
And
Yeah.
there was one coach that I was okay with a team firing after 1 year, and that was
Gerard
Matt
Mayo.
Rule. And that was Matt Rule and Gerard Mayo. Those are two of them that I think of like off the top of my head that I'm like, all right, get out of here. See you later.
Nathaniel Hackett is another one I could think of. Didn't he get
For
fired
the
after a year in
for the
Denver?
Jets, right? I don't know.
Well, maybe
Denver.
Jets too, but Denver, yeah,
Yeah.
he
went
he
from
just
Green Bay
sucks
to
in general.
Denver.
Yep.
He's just bad.
Yeah,
Well-
the Mayo definitely, because after he's like the only coach for me, at least after 1 year, I was like, and I'm a big 2-year guy as well, but I was like, he has to go. Like he's just not
Well,
the
like,
guy.
I remember Matt Rule when he was coaching Carolina. I was like, this guy's fucking horrible. I mean, this guy is bad. Like I don't know what it was. Like, I had this feeling like this guy sucks at coaching, and then he gets fired with like 4 games left. I'm like, oh, see you later. I think he made it like a full season.
Yeah, they were
No.
really bad. That was probably the year before they drafted Bryce Young, right? 'Cause
Bryce
that's
Young.
how bad they were.
That's how they got the first #1 pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or no, wasn't that the Bears pick?
I don't know, but it was around that time, like a couple years before Bryce, or a year or 2 before him, is when Rule was there. That was when they were god awful, or yeah, they were god awful around those times.
Mhm. I feel like
Yeah.
it's just when it comes to coaches right now, and like there's been 10 coaches that have been fired since the regular season ended, or I guess I should say since this season started, because we've had some that had happened mid-season, and like you have teams like the Titans and teams like the Giants that fire their head coach because they can't even get a win. They have
Mhm.
trouble winning games. And then you got teams like the Ravens, teams like the Bills that are firing their head coach because they are perennial playoff teams and they can't make that next jump to get to the Super Bowl. So it's like
Yeah,
two different
exactly.
standards that we're talking about. And like, it's just wild that all these are happening like in the same season. But the result is strange. And I feel like we don't see this often, where it's like all these coaches that we see as really good coaches because they always get their teams to the playoffs are now going to these teams like the Giants that are far from being contenders. And hopefully, I guess the idea is that, these coaches will make these teams contenders. So it'll be interesting to see how Harbaugh pans out with New York. And I didn't get a chance to watch his introductory press conference. I saw like a little clip of it, but Harbaugh was in the building today with the Giants, and I'm really interested to see where Sean McDermott ends up,
I agree.
because he will
Yeah.
be a head coach again. I don't,
Yeah.
as far as I know, I don't think he's going into TV.
Pittsburgh.
Most likely.
But hey, maybe he goes to Pittsburgh. That
That would be a good fit for him. I
I
would see.
wouldn't mind
I could
that.
see him.
well, we know that he's not going to Miami because the Dolphins hired Jeff Hafley
Correct.
from the
yeah.
Packers. The Packers defensive coordinator
Wow.
is Miami's new head coach.
Yeah. So
Ryan.
as of right now, Vrabel is now the longest tenured AFC East head coach. So that's kind of crazy. And things are looking very well for the Patriots.
Tied, right?
Tied with the Jets head coach.
Well, yeah, but technically, Aaron Glenn was hired like 7 days after Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Mike
All right.
Vrabel is the longest tenured head coach as of right now.
Yes, technically, yes. But it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan, when I saw that John Harbaugh was interviewing with the Giants, I was like, they cannot let him leave.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Yeah.
if he leaves, he's not signing a contract.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, you have to hold him hostage and say that door unlocked when you sign this contract.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. And then
He's going to
the
be
nicest way
paid
possible.
handsomely too.
Yeah.
90 mil, I think. I think
Oh,
it's 90
really?
mil for 5 years.
Holy shit.
Hold up.
I think it's 100 mil and 5.
Is it?
I think it's 100 mil and 5. I believe so. I believe.
Yeah, but how much of that do you lose in tax money?
Oh yeah,
Because
New York,
he's
holy
going to
shit.
New York.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is
Gruden,
100 mil. It's 20 mil per season. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know Gruden got 10 years, 100 mil, and they fired him after 3 years, and they're still paying him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking stupid.
It's the Raiders. What do you
That's
expect?
insane.
I was gonna say the Giants ain't that dumb. They want to do something like that.
Yeah, what was it you who was saying that they're still paying Gruden, Antonio Pierce, and Pete Carroll now?
Mm-hmm.
And Chip Kelly.
Oh, and Chip Kelly. God.
There's one more.
Oh my God. There's another vacancy that needs to be filled.
Yeah, the Raiders. I don't know who wants that job.
The Raiders, yeah.
I don't know who wants that job.
See, organizationally wise, yeah, but like,
Sean McDermott.
I don't know, man. Their roster, if Mendoza is really what people expect him to be, then because you're gonna have the number 1 pick, and then you have Bowers and Gentry, so you have like the good pieces. It's just
You have some.
how much of the bullshit are you right, and how much of the bullshit are you? No, you don't have it online. That's the only thing.
So.
So
But
what's up? What's up with
I mean, it's not honestly like the right coach can fix an O-line in a year. Like it's not too hard. I mean, look what the fucking Pats did. They went from the worst O-line to one of the best in nearly a year, just by bringing in 2 or 3 free agents and then hitting on their draft class, which is
Rookies, yeah.
I know it's easier said than done, but it's not impossible. Like as a head coach, you can go in there and do it. It's just how much of the bullshit are you willing to put up with, you know? But obviously, I feel like that Buffalo job is number 1 on anybody's priority.
Probably the most lucrative job in the NFL is the Buffalo job because you already have your team there. Like that team is good. Don't get me wrong, that Buffalo team is good.
See, I disagree. I think that team is trash. I think it's just Josh Allen and James Cook.
I think there are some holes that need to be filled, but I think that team is good. Like you need a number 1 wide receiver. You don't have one.
Yes.
You need like two or 3 wide receivers.
You don't have a top corner that I'm thinking of. Tre'Davious White's getting a little bit older. You need a top corner.
He's not good anymore. Yeah.
And then you should even. You probably need 2 corners. You need 2 corners wide receiver in that team, and you're like, okay, now you have a little bit more faith in the team. Because
I still feel like even the D line too.
And the D line is very bad. I mean, Joey
their
Bosa
run defense is terrible.
Well, like,
it's terrible. Yeah.
You have Ed Oliver. You have
Bosa.
It was not Bosa. And then the other D end.
Greg Rousseau.
Rousseau. Yeah.
Greg Rousseau. So like you have a resemblance of 3 pieces of an O-line that could all work together. Granted, Ed Oliver has to stay healthy first for that to happen, but still. But no, like you have a foundation on that team at least. Like there is something to work with. Like if you wanted to trade out
Yeah.
Oliver and get 2 young pieces, you probably could. If you want to trade Joey Bosa for picks, you probably could. Like
Yeah.
there's options there as a head coach. Like what is there with the Raiders? Hope.
Yeah, but you have Bowers and Gentry, who could potentially be the best of all time, and then Mendoza, who could be the best of all time.
So could Josh Allen. He could be the best of all time.
He is one of the best of all time already.
Get him a wide receiver.
I
know. I know. I was just
Get
fucking
him.
around, but yeah.
Ready? Get him AJ Brown.
See, I don't think AJ Brown does anything for him though, because he had Stephon Diggs and he couldn't do anything.
I think AJ Brown and Stephon Diggs are 2 completely different wide receivers, but
Well, yeah.
Yes, but I feel like I don't know. In that situation, I feel like really like is AJ Brown like really that much better at this age than Stephon Diggs was for him?
and I have to look at ages and see who. Actually, I think
They're probably, I mean,
I'm not sure. I'm
AJ's
not-
probably a year or 2 younger. They're probably around the same age, honestly.
think so.
Yeah, no, AJ is like a year or 2 younger than Stephon.
Yeah,
is, but-
AJ's probably 2 years younger, if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Okay.
Because Diggs is 30.
Diggs is 30 or
AJ
31
Brown's
or
been around
something
for
like
a
that.
minute.
31.
Yeah.
I'll have to look. I'll have to do my research. I'll come back to you guys.
Well, either way, Josh Allen, like you are right. Like he needs something, man. Like you can't just Shakir is being his number one
give him-
option is just not
him-
cutting it.
Get him like a really good tight end. Get him like a Kyle Pitts or like a Trey McBride or a Brock Powers. Get him some sort of receiving threat that teams have to watch out for. Because when Diggs was there, you at least had to look out for Diggs. And then that opened up things for Josh Allen as well. Him moving around the pocket, even scrambling out, running the ball more. Now it falls on all of Josh Allen's shoulders. And I think we lost Ryan.
Goodbye, Ryan.
Well, either way.
He'll come back.
Yeah. I think we have to. What the? We're good. Where was I? Yep, we lost Ryan. All right, there it goes. So
He'll come back.
I think
There
we
he
gotta
is.
talk about.
And our names are different now?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But it was like, whatever.
Oh shit! It changed colors. It was blue.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah, it
black.
was.
And now we actually have our headlines back.
Nice. Well, let's go technology.
All right. Well, now that we're back to normal. Hate to do it, guys.
Jeez.
I gotta go. I got work soon.
All right,
I just
dude.
want to stop and say what's up to you guys and talk about
Oh.
the Pats game.
Real quick before you go, I want to show this.
Picks. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So obviously we have our picks made already, predetermined. But that's last week's leaderboard.
Mhm.
This is the updated leaderboard. This, the gap is still the same, but things have changed a little bit
Yeah.
because so this is Evan's bracket.
Mhm.
This is Tony's. And this is mine. Obviously, Houston's out, so that's bad for me. And the big difference is going to be that NFC game because if Seattle goes, Tony can jump me, and if Denver goes,
this is gonna be tight. This is gonna be
Yeah.
tight.
so. it's
Oh,
coming
you
down
guys
to
are
the wire.
you guys are screwed. It's looking like a Pat Seahawks Super Bowl, baby.
It's
It's possible.
is it?
It's possible.
I certainly believe so.
We'll find out.
Well, yeah, it
Just
was
gotta wait and
because
see.
of fucking Stidham. Yeah,
Because
Man.
Stidham, yeah. The Pats is a no brainer. It's really, I think that Seahawks Rams game is gonna be phenomenal.
I think so too.
there's gonna be 2 awesome games this weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't touch that
Agree.
dial, folks.
You don't know where it's been. All right,
Well,
I'll be
yeah.
good
Well,
on that.
next time we see
All
you,
right, see you, Evan.
the Patriots will be in the Super Bowl. So
Dude, yeah, that's All right, man. I'll see you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
He didn't want to jinx it, I could tell.
All right, Tony. I mean, you want to give any further analysis on these games coming up? Like, what? How do we feel? We really didn't talk about that NFC matchup too much. We talked about AFC.
Nah, we didn't. Yeah.
How do we feel about that Seahawks Rams? We saw it twice in the regular season. They split.
Yes, they did. With both teams winning at home, right?
Yeah, and that was the the 2-point conversion game with the the backwards pass getting deflected forward.
Yeah. That game seemed like a lot needed to go Seattle's way for them to win, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man, because like even back then, like I feel like these two teams now are at completely different stages of their cycle. Like Seattle just seems like the stronger team right now, but back then LA was the stronger team, I would say. But I don't know, man. That's gonna be close. That's gonna be tough. Honestly, whichever quarterback plays better is probably going to be the team that will win. But Seattle has a better defense, I would say.
Yep.
They can run the ball, or they generally have run the ball better, even though the Rams have the better playmakers on that side. So I don't know.
So a big difference in this game is going to be Zach Charbonnet, who tore his ACL and is out
No kidding.
for this game and obviously for the season.
I didn't even know he tore his ACL. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that today or yesterday. I guess it could have been AI or some sort of fake news, but that's massive.
Yeah, that is
absolutely massive. Like you were saying, I mean, the Seahawks are so good at running the ball, and Charbonnet is a huge reason for that.
Yeah,
so,
he was.
Yeah, Zach Charbonnet is out for the playoffs. That's official on the NFL Instagram.
It makes sense because they were blowing Sanford out by so much that I honestly stopped watching the game. Mm-hmm. So I probably I missed the injury.
Mac Jones was in the game. They put Mac Jones in.
I see. I definitely didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, in a playoff game, they were like, "Yeah, Mac, why don't you go out there?"
Yeah, they're like, "You're used to getting blown out in the playoffs, so here you go."
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as that game, not much to really talk about. The Seahawks outscored the Niners
like 46-9.
Yeah. Well, in 13 seconds, the Seahawks put up 7 points, which would have been enough to beat the Niners because they held them to 6. So it speaks to their defense, number one, and it speaks to their offense being able to put up 40 points, but also the special teams just being, and Rashid Shaheed being an X factor wherever he is on the field.
What an insane pickup that was.
Yeah, huge, massive for them at the trade deadline. So, I mean, that's exactly what you want from your trade deadline acquisitions is just that little boost, that little, Kadarius Toney-esque boost that you get there. So, yeah, they just look really strong. Seattle does. They look scary, and I would not want to be the Rams this week.
I really like that you brought that up because that is the biggest difference between those two teams. I would say that the Seattle has an edge over is special teams.
Special teams,
yeah.
The
Rams special teams is horrendous. Yeah,
terrible. Yep.
And that's
it's
multiple times screwed them throughout the season. So,
yep. And I would not be surprised if Shaheed houses
happens
another
again.
One. Or
yeah,
if
exactly.
Torrey Horton has had some kick returns this year. Like on the other side, Seattle has had excellent special teams. They've had a couple blocked kicks or punts if I'm not mistaken, I'm fairly certain Seattle has blocked a kick or two this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that were to happen. I feel like, yeah, these are both really good teams. It's going to be an awesome game, but I feel like that's honestly where the edge is like special teams. And honestly, I think the way that the Rams would win this game, the way they can win this game, I should say, is it by pressuring Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Stopping
Yes.
the run, number one, which will be easier with Charbonnet out, but put pressure on Sam Darnold and make him make a mistake. And I really think that they have a chance to do that. Well, I'm back now. With the pass rush that the Rams have been able to generate with Jared Verse and Braden Fisk and Byron Young and all these guys that complete menaces on the D line, they can put pressure on Darnold. I know that they can. And you saw that in the first half of that game, the week 16 game that they played or whatever. Darnold looked flustered. He did not look like himself. He was not playing well in this first half. In the second half, he sort of turned it around, had a couple touchdowns, but that's the way that you stop this Seattle team, is force Darnold to make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's the only way to beat the Seattle team is through Darnold. Like, you have to pressure him and make him fuck up, and hopefully they can turn the ball over.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? Fuck. The Rams are weird though, because they, like, their defensive line, like, they have the players, like, it's so nasty, but for some reason I feel like in the playoffs so far they haven't really been playing up to par. Like, they didn't. Carolina was a bad defensive game. They picked it up a lot in Chicago. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But even in that game, like, there was a lot of times where I was kind of like, Chicago was able to do some stuff on them that normally teams haven't really had much success in doing against the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of that is just Caleb Williams being really good.
Part of it definitely was, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But they ran the ball pretty well, as effectively as well too.
Yeah, no, they did. I mean, also just side note, can we talk about the Caleb Williams throw? Like,
oh man,
dude? I was literally laying in bed watching it, and I was like half asleep watching it on my phone, and that play happened, and I immediately like woke up. My heart rate spiked, and I was like, "What? What did I just watch?"
Dude, they almost did it again.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, no way. That was insane. I was like, oh, he's going to get sacked, and then he chucks it up, and I'm like, all right, he's throwing it away. He's just sending up a prayer, and his prayers were freaking answered. I don't know how, if you're the Rams in coverage, I don't understand how you allow Cole Kmet to get open.
Get open like that.
And they were trying to say
he pushed off, yeah.
And it's like,
but it didn't really look like he pushed off too much. So
no, it
looked like laziness. Like, they thought that the play was over, so they stopped.
And he didn't track the ball well. The D-back that I want to think it was number 14 that was in front of Cole Kmet was like, you could see him looking for the ball, and he moves forward. He's trying to come up and catch it like this when obviously it's way over his head.
It sailed over him.
He just had terrible, tracking of the ball in the air, and just really bad defense. So, but obviously it wasn't enough. Caleb threw a pick in overtime, and honestly, like I'm excited. If I'm Chicago, I'm excited about the future. Yeah. But at the same time, you in overtime you threw a pick. The defense got to stop. You had a chance and you threw a pick. Like, I'm pissed about that.
Yeah. And they were driving down the field as well.
Yeah.
Like it was not a good throw. Like that was honestly that was a terrible game by Caleb Williams. It was just that one throw
Yep.
that he made
Yep. Not a great
because
game.
he had what like three interceptions that game.
I think so. Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah, that's
And
unacceptable in the playoffs.
yeah,
That's
and
unacceptable.
on that last play, people were blaming DJ Moore for giving up on the play. I still think it was a bad ball by Caleb.
I
I
agree.
still think it was a bad ball.
I agree.
And maybe
People,
there
you're
was
right.
communication, but that's on both of them then. I don't think that you can
Right.
fully put it on DJ Moore just from what I saw and what I know. I mean, obviously, take my opinion with a grain of salt, but like I didn't think that it was fully on DJ Moore. Either way, it's like you don't put yourself in that situation,
Right.
Um,
And why are you that play broke down and it was Caleb trying to communicate to DJ like no, like I wanted you to dive this way and catch it. But it's like why are the plays breaking in that moment when your possessions are so valuable? Like why are your plays breaking down to that? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you should have a solid foundation or a plan of where you're going to go with the ball, go through your progressions and then get rid of it. But like why are you like rushing out of the pocket and trying to make these crazy throws? And it's because he did it during the game and he's continued to do them
yeah.
throughout the playoffs and the year, really. But it's like, but those are just really special moments. Like you can't try to replicate that.
You can't force it. Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know if this type of like play style is sustainable for him.
Oh, no.
Like
I
think
don't think
you
so.
can't rely on the fourth quarter comebacks. You can't rely on the insane acrobatic throws to be there all the time. Like you need to learn how
No.
to be more consistent and be more thorough. And like they said it, I think they said it on the broadcast, like Caleb Williams had said, like, I wish we were blowing teams out. I wish that we didn't have to win every game in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do Bears fans. I mean, they're happy to be at this point, obviously, because they've been, out of the playoffs for so long. To get a playoff win is like, oh my gosh, for a Bears fan, it's probably great. But obviously, this is not the end goal. You want to keep growing, keep learning. And hey, that's what this is all about. Like, let's not crucify a guy for not being, where he's gonna be yet. But obviously, it's just pointing out that there's still things to do and ways for him to grow. And then he goes to the press conference. I didn't really like this at the press conference. He's like, yeah, it didn't go our way. I'm excited though. He's like, I'm excited. And I'm like, I get what he's saying.
Caleb said that?
Yeah, he said that at the press conference. He's like, he said he gave a couple adjectives for like, he's like, I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated. He's like, but I'm excited. And I'm like, I get what you're saying because like all the fans are probably still feeling the same way. Like, yeah, pissed off, but excited about the future. I feel like at your press conference immediately after the game, why are you excited? Don't be
like
excited.
that's a bad mindset to have.
Like,
Yeah.
let that loss sink in a little more. Don't move on to the excitement just yet. I don't know. That's from an outsider's perspective. That's it. But maybe he just processes that faster. I don't know. But like, that's not what I want to hear personally at that point in time. I don't want you to be excited. I want you to
fucking be sad, be pissed.
Yeah. Like don't move on yet. Take this
Right.
moment and be like, hey, we got work to do. Which I think he probably just used the wrong word or just couldn't really articulate it the right way. You're not excited.
He definitely could have.
Nothing about that is exciting. It should be a learning experience for you. Don't tell yourself that you can't make it back to that spot. Don't tell yourself that you're a complete failure and you're never going to, fucking be back there. But like, I don't know, man.
Well, Well,
it was just
I have a big opinion on all of this. I I honestly can't stand fans and players when they say that because
what.
it's the NFL, dude. Like when people expect that their teams are going to be back. Like and
Mhm.
honestly, same for the Patriots. Like that's why I want the Patriots to win it all this year because like yeah, I'm excited too. Like yeah, we have like a it's nice to have a good young quarterback that your team can develop. But it's the NFL, dude. Like nothing is guaranteed. Like you're not there's no guarantee that you'll be back in the playoffs next year. Like this is
Mhm.
your moment. This is your opportunity this year. Like you need to capitalize on it. Because I mean, look at Kansas City. People thought they were going to be back.
Right.
I mean, that was only their
Yep.
first year, but look at Baltimore. Look at even Buffalo to an extent. People thought they would win a Super Bowl by now, but you know,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just the NFL, bro, and the same
Well,
5 teams are not going to make the playoffs every year. There's going to be drastic changes every year
yeah.
because that's how this is the most competitive sports league. Like out of any pro league, this is the most competitive one, and it's win or go home every single week. So it's like you need to capitalize on these opportunities, and you can't keep expecting that your team is gonna be back and make it to the AFC game again next year. Like that's why the Pats dynasty was so special because that went on for the like so long. Like it was unbelievable that they how long that went on for. But that does not other than that instance, that simply just does not happen. Like usually your team has a year or two, like a short window, and they either get all the way there, or they don't. I mean, look at
Yeah.
Philly. Philly went all the way last year and shot the bed right away in the playoffs this year. Like a 1 year makes a big difference, even if you have a good quarterback. You know.
Yeah, that level of success for a sustained period of time, like the Pats, is just unprecedented. It you never see that. Even the Chiefs going back to back was insane,
Exactly. That
right? Like
even that was insane. Like only
no one's
10 or 20. You know.
yeah. I mean, there's teams that have gone back to back, but no one's gone 3 in a row.
3 in a
That has
row.
never happened in the NFL.
The Pats
Um,
went to 3 in a row. The like 2015 to 2018 or something like that. So
and they
even
lost.
that is unreal. That right, they
Yeah,
didn't
just
win all
being there,
3.
right? And a good example of what we're talking about is the Lions.
The Lions, exactly. They
Two
popped
year,
into my head when I was
yeah,
talking about the short window.
2 years ago when they had a huge turnaround, made the playoffs, lost in the NFC Championship game to the Niners. What did Dan Campbell say at the press conference after the game? He said, "It's only going to get harder."
Hmm.
After that year of major improvement, he's like, now there's a target on our back. Now everyone knows we're good. Everyone's going to prepare for us differently. Everything changes. Next year is not going to be the same. So, and you can say that for the Pats, absolutely, because I mean, I know we've talked a lot about the schedule for the Pats, but like they're not going to have the same schedule next year. They are People are going to play them differently, knowing having film on Drake May now.
Hmm.
Like look at CJ Stroud and how he played in his uh rookie season compared to how he's playing now. Like just because you did put one thing on tape that year doesn't mean it's going to be the same. Look at the Dolphins and the year that they dropped 70 on the Broncos, and where are they at now? Mike McDaniel is out of a job. Stuff like
Exactly.
that. It's like, yeah, exactly like you're saying, nothing is guaranteed. So, yeah, I guess if you're trying to be an optimist and you're a Bears fan, you're like, okay, we got a playoff win. You know, we feel good about the way our quarterback's playing. Like, yeah, I'm excited for the future. And you know, I I, I don't think that being negative is going to be a good thing for you
No.
mentally, just as a person. But also just understand that, yeah, nothing is guaranteed in this league. So you just gotta keep putting your best foot forward and work harder. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah,
That's all it is. You
right.
just gotta work harder, especially as a quarterback, as a team leader.
Yeah.
Now that stuff is out there, people know that you can make these crazy plays. You just gotta learn to be and better. You gotta improve and become more efficient, especially if you're Caleb.
Yeah.
And same for Drake May. Even after the season he had, I mean, there are still a lot of weaknesses to Drake May's game that, especially in the playoffs, that have really come to light, at least for me. And I don't think he's, like I'm not. I love Drake. Like I have a shirt that says I fucking love Drake May. Like if anyone loves Drake May, it's me. But like I gotta be honest with you. Like there's some stuff that, he still needs to drastically improve on.
Sure. Yeah. And same goes for all of us in football
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
in life.
Yeah. In life, yeah, I guess so.
We're getting deep on the Touchdown Talk podcast today.
Yeah,
ladies and
we
gentlemen.
are.
Anything else you want to say, Tony, before we sort of wrap this bad boy up? It's getting close to my bedtime, dog.
Nah. Who do you got? All right. So who do you got? Who do you think is gonna win it all out of the 4 teams left? Give me your Super Bowl, your newly updated Super Bowl prediction, and then your winner.
Seattle.
The AFC side is easy.
My gut is telling me Seattle. I know I picked the Rams at the start of our predictions, but I think Seattle. Seattle just looks so scary. Missing Charbonnet is tough, but they just look so good, man.
Yeah, I agree. They look,
and I'm not picking
the hottest team. Oh, so you think it's gonna be Pat Seattle, but Seattle's gonna win?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's definitely valid.
I'm not counting out Denver. I'm not.
Oh, see, I am. I mean, I think the only thing that's going for Denver's way is that the fact that the game is in Denver.
So the Pats scored 26 points against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
One of those was a defensive touchdown. So that puts you at 19. If the Broncos can score 20 points on offense, which is doable with Jarrett Stidham, and if their defense can do what Houston did and hold the Pats offense to 19 points, they win the game. I don't think it's impossible. I don't.
I mean, we'll see.
I don't think it's impossible with Jarrett Stidham. So
I mean, we'll see.
I will say there's I don't know the probability. What out of all the possible outcomes, there's only one outcome in which we are not getting a Super Bowl rematch. Broncos.
What's up?
Life. Life is Roblox. Life is Roblox, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes in life, we have these roadblocks. The Super Bowl is coming up, and it could be Broncos Seahawks. That's a rematch. It could be Pats Seahawks. That's a rematch. It could be Pats Rams. That's a rematch, or it could be motherfucking Broncos Rams, which would not be a rematch if I am not mistaken. So out of 4 possible matchups, only one of them is not a rematch. So most likely we will be seeing a Super Bowl matchup that we have seen before. Obviously, new players, new coaches, all of that jazz, because it's been years. since these matchups have happened. But it does feel like these past few years, it's been motherfuckers that we've seen before. Pardon my French, but it's always the Chiefs or the Pats or the damn Eagles or the freaking Rams or something, you know? So I don't know, man. I just want to see something new. That's kind of why I wanted Houston in there. Houston, LA would have been a good one. You know, I think even if we had Seattle and Jacksonville or something like that, seeing Jacksonville in there would be cool. Buffalo would be cool. You know, just want to see something unique, something new, something fresh. That's pretty much all it is. And you know, we can wrap this episode up with just your boy. All my co-hosts are dropping like flies. Thank you to the one person that's watching, even though I think it might be Tony on his phone. So, yeah, everyone's gone, and you know, it's just me and Tony watching on his phone. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.